Hello and welcome to today's anatomy question. Today we're joined by Judith Hanson Lasater. Hello, Mama.
Hi, Elizabeth.
So we're doing another pose today from your book, your wonderful book, 30 Essential Yoga Poses, link below. And it's part of our Essential Alignment series. So today we're talking about Dhanurasana, or bow pose. And the idea, Mom, is for you to give us one idea, one tip that can help us fall more deeply in love with this pose. Before we start, if you like these videos, where you should go is www.experientialanatomy.yoga and join our community of yoga anatomy nerds / enthusiasts. And that's where you can sign up for our newsletter. So Mom, Dhanurasana, bow pose. It's a strong back bend from the belly. What can help us enjoy this pose more?
Well, I want to correct you and say there are two things I want to tell you about this pose. Number one, do it. It is a fabulous back bend. It is easy, requires very little in the terms of propping. And it is, I believe, one of the best and most undertaught poses that we have.
It does feel hard though, because you're working against gravity to lift yourself up.
Yeah, life's sort of hard sometimes. That's the way it goes. But it's also very exhilarating. The reason I want to talk about it in particular anatomically is because there is this movement between your pelvis and your sacrum that happens all the time. It's what we call a passive joint movement between the joint where the pelvis in the back comes around and touches the side of the sacrum. And that is, the sacrum kind of slips, the top of the sacrum kind of slips forward or back depending on what movements we're doing. And in this pose, in Dhanurasana, which is a back bend, and in fact, in all back bends, the top of the sacrum needs to move forward when we're back bending.
Okay.
And I'm not making that up. I do make things up. This is not it. I'm not making this up. And so let's look at that. And then I want to make the stunning point, which I think our viewers will find interesting. Should we look at it?
Yeah. So I'm going to show you the back of my pelvis so Mom can explain where this movement happens.
First of all, look at the dimples. Oftentimes there's little dimples over that point. It's a guideline. It's not a sure thing. So I'm going to stop speaking now so the camera will show you that again.
No, they can see both of us, Mom.
Oh, they can. Okay. So those dimples are where I want you to put your thumbs for us. And that is where the sacrum, top of the sacrum and the ilium, the pelvic bone on either side, come together. And that's the joint we're talking about. And that's the point that I'm going to mention when you do the pose. Let the top of the sacrum descend.
So because this is what you're saying. This is the beginning of the triangle of the sacrum.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's right where the beginning of the sacroiliac joint is, where the pelvis articulates with the sacrum.
And the point. The name of this movement again, it has a special anatomical name.
When you back bend, can you do a little bit of back bend so we can see you? The sacrum moves forward. That's called nutation, which comes from the Latin word nutare, which means to nod. So the top sacrum nods forward toward your belly button, which means the tailbone has to go backward. And what this astounding point is, I'll tell you now, is that you cannot do Dhanurasana if you tuck. So tucking is antithetical to back bending, because when you tuck, that top sacrum moves backward. And that's not what your body's innate natural intelligence will do. It's been doing it your whole life without any interference from you. When we start interfering intellectually and say, no, we have to tuck in back bends, that's when we create problems.
All right, let me pause this video and turn on my yoga mat cam, and then we can see it. All right, so now I'm going to do the pose, right?
Right, we're going to do the pose.
And we decided I'm gonna show, just so the viewer can see more contrast on the area we're talking about. Let me put this belt here.
All right, so the first thing to do is to pay attention to your leg, the space rather, between your legs. Sometimes students are taught to hold it at a certain level, distance. I don't like that because I think the body knows better. And if you're going to get the nutation that your body shape needs, you need to allow the legs to do whatever they do, because your body will find the right angle for you if you get out of the way. So is that a good spacing for you, Liz, between your legs?
Yeah, I like them wide here.
Well, whatever feels right for you. So inhale, exhale, bend the knees, take hold of the ankles. Now, before you move, the emphasis is not on bending backward from your upper body. The emphasis is on going up. So wait a moment, but what I'm gonna want you to do is to visualize that your knees and your shoulder sockets, which to us look very even, horizontally, are going straight up. So it's a reaching upward with the legs and an upward with the shoulder joints and an upward with the knees rather than backward. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
All right, inhale your breath. And as you exhale, rise up like the mist off a lake. Fly up from your left leg. Fly up. Yes. See how the blue part that we've outlined goes down and the tailbone goes up? Come down. How did that feel to you?
Feels good.
Well, here's the other interesting fact. We're talking about nutation. We're talking about the sacrum, S1, going down naturally, therefore, ergo, the tailbone going up. But the interesting thing is, you cannot do this pose unless you let that happen.
Right. Because the opposite would be sort of this.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to try it one more time?
Yes.
All right. So I think that bright blue strap is really helping, because that is definitely going down. Legs at whatever distance. Take a breath. Feel a pause. Inhale the breath. Exhale, bend the knees. Take hold of your ankles. Let the knees be their distance. They're intelligent. They're smarter than you are. Inhale the breath. Exhale, and then fly up as if a great weight has been taken off you and you cannot but rise up. Lift the left leg a little bit more up. Inhale, exhale, and come down. And release. Now I think we need to do something that is so important in the practice of yoga, because yoga practice is about action, reflection. So could you stand up for just a moment as we're getting close to the end in Tadasana and let Tadasana find you? In other words, see what that action that you just did has, what residue it's left in your body. Turn towards us a little bit.
I have to fix my hair.
Right. Of course. Now just stand there, weight 2/3 on the heels. Top thighs back, drop the chin slightly. Do you feel a spontaneous lift in your sort of lower mid-back area? Do you feel that, how easy it is to hold, that the chest is open in a natural way or not?
My rib cage feels lighter.
It does. And the Tadasana now feels effortless. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Mama, tell us where we can find you on the internet.
Judith.yoga.
www.judith.yoga. I'm Lasater.com. And remember, more of these videos and this kind of content, please go to www.experientialanatomy.yoga. Bye. Thanks, Mom.